Okay, this video is for Division 2 World Radio 230 Doug. This is your easy rotor. Your number 0020. I'll show you a couple things underneath the hood. There's the Rotor-EZ board. All the wires are all tied up. I leave a lot of stuff long that way. You know, I don't have a good wire stretcher. That's everything underneath the lid. I'll flip it over real quick, let you look at the bottom. There's all the wiring on the bottom. There's my serial number. There's the motor start cap I had to put in it. And that big white wire is the PC control wire. Now, when you get this thing, you're going to get instructions on how to find the free Ham Radio Deluxe program. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and open my rotator, HDR rotator, and then I'm also going to open up logbook. This is the program that's coming up as soon as it gets booted. I'll scoot over here a little bit closer so you can see. Might take a little bit. Okay. So, stop position north. You have a north facing meter. Da-da-da. You set that to north. Right here. You got your option south or north. Let me get my mouse on my pad. See, south or north. So you want north. Now in here somewhere, there's a place to put your GPS. I don't know right off the bat where that is. Can't remember where that is, but there's a place in here to set it up where you're at, longitude and latitude of your home 20. There's rotators going to be set for item press, and then you set your port to whatever port you got, and I'm on port 6 here. So you go over here and you connect. That's going to connect the PC to the rotator. As soon as that comes up, you'll see you can already see the swirling around there. Okay. Oh, I got to turn the box on. That might help. Or the controller. Okay. Let's see if this works right off the bat. Sometimes it has a little problem. I'm going to go like, yeah, see, it's not, well, here, let's try it again. Connect. Whenever that's, there we go. See, the rotator's pointing kind of straight east, as it tells you on the map where it's at. And it's off a little bit. But the way this thing works is, you hit the brake button, the little light comes on, that means the brake's released. And it's going to work just normally. Just like that. I got to put this down, it vibrates a little bit. And then you hit the brake again. Now it's going to go the other way. And you see the light still on, that means the brake is still released. Now it applied it. That's your brake delay. Now, I'm going to take the calibrate button. I'm going to move it over here to north. Hit the brake switch. It did a little backstroke. Now it's turning counterclockwise. See your needle going? And it's also moving up here. See the one with the arrow? That means it's going that way. Now it's stopped. Now the brake's released. Then you turn it back a little bit this way. Hit the brake switch real quick. That light comes on over there. That means it does a little backstroke. Now it's turning clockwise. The brake is still released. You notice the little light is kind of like a yellowish. Watch that light. Now it's turning green. That means it's just about there. It's done turning. It's released. Now, the PC part. I want to talk to Alaska. Double click Alaska. Does this little backstroke. And you can see the little arm coming up. And it's going to go right over there where I pointed it at. Alaska. Bada boom, bada beam. Now here's an amazing feature. Let's say I want to talk to the guys down under. I'm going to go to 257 degrees. Double click. Does this little backstroke. Now it's going down there. Pretty close. You want to also set your refresh rate to 1 second. Now, I always thought if I wanted to talk to Australia from my place, I'd have to point it south and west. But you see where that's pointing at? Damn near straight west. The meter off a little bit, but it's not quite southwest, so that's a pretty cool deal. Now you go up here on the logbook, and you've also got a little wheel right here. You can, if you want, put your mouse up there. All you have to do is click once. Get it on there. Now it's not working. Oh, I got to connect to it. Duh. See, then there we go. Now the needle's pointing where it should go. I'm just going to go up here and single click it. Now it's doing its backstroke. Now it's going to move up there where I put my needle at. This is a single click here. The map is a double click. Now go back down there where it was. Just single click it. Does its backstroke. As you can see on the map, it's turning back where it was. Now, I'm going to point it right back up north. I always stop my rotators at north. Double click. Does a little backstroke. And you'll find that when you do it by either the PC or the point and shoot, that it only goes so far to the left or to the right. And you can toggle the toggle switches just a little bit, and you can get a little bit more range out of it. But you don't really want to do that because this thing does a backstroke. If you've got a tail twister or rotator, the wedge might stick. And if you're up all the way up against the end of travel switch, you might have to get up there and wiggle your rotator a little bit, your tower or mast, so that you can unfree it. So I advise you not to go any further. I'll just show you real quick. It's going to go all the way to south. It'll take a little bit of time, but you can see it going over here. And this thing knows that if you're pointing straight south and you want to point it over there to South America, especially where I'm at, that it knows it's got to go all the way back around to hit South America, unless you have it pointing south. Now I'm going to pointed up here somewhere, and it's gonna restart. Now watch, it's gonna release the brake. It's gonna go one way, and it's gonna toggle the other way. So I'm gonna point it over here. There's the brake. See it do its little backstroke? That's to release the brake. Now I'm just going to turn it off and back on. Now I'm going to go all the way south. It's going to put it right up against the end of travel switch. And now it's all the way there. These lights don't work in manual position either. Now I'm going to point it just a little bit up, and you'll see that it'll try to turn it one way because one light will light up and that other light will kick on. But watch the rotator. See, it don't turn. It's all the way up against the... Hell, I got to turn it a little bit more. It's all the way up against the stop. Now it's turning. See, you don't really want that. You want it so that it goes up the other way. Now, I'll turn it back and let you look at it. See, it stopped turning. There's the brake. I'm gonna do a point and shoot. Now it's turning that way. That's counterclockwise. Now it's stopped. The brake is still released. Now I'm going to turn it back clockwise just a little bit, and you'll see that thing do a backstroke. See it? That's so it'll release that wedge that's in there if it gets stuck. Got any more questions? You know how to get a hold of me.